Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino, normally from Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. We do have our own YouTube channel. So if you're a foodie and you like over-the-top food that's family friendly and videos that are very family friendly, these videos will be too. You can subscribe to us on Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill on YouTube, and we have about 600 subscribers as of right now, and that's October 1st, 2019 is this is live, so hey. That's cool. All right, so really super quickly, I did say that this is part of my 365-day live stream orbit to my Stacey Storino channel. If you're an entrepreneur mom, even an entrepreneur dad, a lot of this stuff is going to be helpful for you too, especially when you work from home all of the time, or at least a good chunk of the time, and you're balancing house, spouse, or significant other, kid, worship, pets, plants, all sorts of crazy stuff. And somehow you're supposed to shoehorn your business in there, and you want help doing that. The next 364 days, because this is day 2 of my 365-day live stream orbit, is meant to help you. So please, if you're all cool with learning about my power hour tips and how these can work for you, no matter how busy you are, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe down below, share it / the replay with your friends, and make sure you click the bell notification. After you've hit the bell notification, go and revisit this page, this video, whatever, and where the bell notification is, click it again. It's going to unpack a couple of options. Select all, because if you don't, you might not get all of the notifications. I believe this is YouTube's workaround for one of the technical glitchy issues that it has with notifications. Okay. So today I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about the power hour and how it can help you with your business. And I know a lot of people are like, whoa, what's up, Stacey? I don't have a whole hour. I'm very busy with all the, hey, Carmen, what's going on? Good to see you. Woo-hoo. Hello. I know that I'm going to go down here and be all, because I love Miss Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Andrew George. Hello again. So these are some of my students that are popping on right now, and I've kind of previewed with them the power hour concept. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to get this out to anybody who isn't already one of my students. So the power hour concept, I know a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, I don't have a whole hour. And maybe you don't. Within a given 24-hour cycle, maybe you don't. Some of you do. And you know what you have to kind of like cinch in. You know what kind of like scroll holes you don't want to fall down. You know you're going to catch yourself binge watching on Netflix or whatever. And to whatever degree that plays in, so that you can cobble together enough time for a power hour, that might be good. But what if you don't have an hour ever? Because you've got a bunch of kids, a bunch of gigs, a bunch of clients already, a bunch of side hustles, you have a big house to clean, and all the other, you have a bunch of pets. It's practically a zoo in your house. You're like, I don't know how I'm ever going to find a self-contained hour to use as a power hour for my business. I hear that. I have been coaching people since 2015. My goodness, it's been 4 years. It'll be 5 soon in 2020. So for goodness sakes, let me tell you, I've coached everybody from, hardcore entrepreneurs working at home like a lot of you are, who have 1 or more kids and they're juggling stuff, to even a chief legal officer of a utility company. And, nobody's cornered the market on busy. We're all busy in each in our own ways. But I would like you to consider that within a 24-hour period, in a 24-hour cycle, there is a way to look at your day and look at your schedule and your kid's schedule, whatever work schedule you have already going on. If you're bootstrapping with a part-time to full-time job, yes, you plot all those things out, but you might find holes after you plotted things out, even in something as simple as a notebook. it's great to get a planner, but sometimes when you get the big fancy planners, they don't work out in real life because there's like too many stickers and pockets and things to do with it, that sometimes that becomes its own thing to do, and sometimes that can be very overwhelming and or distracting. And if that's a situation, and there's an app for that, free, paid, freemium version until you can afford the paid. But if you're like, I don't want to do that, I want to write stuff down, then just get a 1-subject notebook, 3-subject notebook, composition notebook, something your kid barely used last year, tear out a couple of pages. Now it's yours. You don't have to spend any extra money. You're welcome. Be green, or get, gosh, back to school is way over. You might be able to get these for cheap now because Staples or whatever, Office Depot or whatever, trying to get rid of all the excess that they have, that they didn't sell. It doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to have a bunch of different colored markers, but I would like for you to be more intentional about plotting in all of your duties and responsibilities personally and professionally. And then you might find within whatever time is left over, of course, plot in a minimum. We're adults. We need at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You got to plot that in there too. To do less, you're burning the candle at both ends. Not good. I used to do 5.5 hours of sleep, and I'll tell you, I could get stuff done, but I found myself crankier at the end of the day, just in general, with my kid, not usually my spouse, but like with life. And I could get stuff done quantity-wise, but the quality sometimes really suffered as it was getting closer and closer to bedtime. So I know it seems counterintuitive. I'd like for you to find a power hour, but you can't build a house on a cracked foundation. You need to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And if you get by just fine on 7, then guard that 7 hours very zealously. There's things that you can plot on your cell phones. A lot of today's smartphones, like my iPhone, you can plug in so that there's not just alarms, right, that you can hit snooze on, right? But there's also those reminders now that tell you, if you set it up right, it's bedtime. It'll come on with a chime at night and it'll say it's bedtime. And if you go to bed now, you're going to get X amount of hours and minutes of sleep. If you need something like that to be intentional enough to guard the 7 hours of sleep as the foundation for the house of success that you're going to build each day personally and professionally, cool. And if your phone doesn't come with like something like that built in, I'm sure there's an app for that too. But other than your sleep and your other duties and responsibilities, if you can't find an entire hour in a busy day as an entrepreneur, mom or dad, and you're like, I can't do it in 60 minutes. An hour is 60 minutes. Can you fracture it out into 2 30-minute hemispheres? Can you do that? Maybe you get up 30 minutes earlier in the morning, still getting your minimum of 7 hours of sleep at least, and you go to bed a half an hour later at night, still getting hopefully that 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Or can you float one or both of those hemispheres earlier or later in the day, depending upon your schedule, breaks, when you're busy playing mom's taxi or you stuck in the car? Do you have a nice organized mobile office to take with you? One of these live stream / replay videos that will be on my channel during my 365-day live stream orbit will talk about the concept of a properly stocked and organized mobile office. I think it's really important. The more chores you're running, the more kids you're shuttling around before and after school, there's a lot of ways to find time to work into your business that's otherwise like dead time, that you're just, it's not usable time. Or, you could use it more effectively and maybe not be so bored, frustrated, or strung out either. We'll get to that in a different video. But here, you might be able to get 2 30-minute hemispheres that you can float around. It might be different weekdays versus weekends, but still, if you could do that. What if you can't do that? I know that there are some people watching this live or on the replay that'll be like, I can't do 2 30-minute hemispheres, Stacey. You don't know my life. My life's busy. Everyone's life is busy. Everyone's life everything's changing at the speed of light, right? Everything's changing so hard and so fast. And everybody's juggling a bunch of batons today. Nobody's cornered the market on busy. So I really do believe you that you're very busy. But could you find 4 15-minute quads to get work done in your business? Probably. You might have to float 1 or 2 of those quads in the morning before or after getting kids off to school and spouses or significant others off to work, and the same thing on the other end of the day. But even that busy chief legal officer that I have coached was able to find 4 15-minute quads a day to start working on the business that she wanted to do once she left her position, which she now has with that utility company. And now she's off in the new incarnation of her life, right? So I want you to consider the power hour as something that is fluid, that can be an entire 60-minute span to 30-minute spans or 4 15-minute spans. What do you fit in that power hour? It could just be your business period because you're just getting it off the ground. You got a bunch of little ones. You might have to baby step your way literally and figuratively through your business, but at least you're getting a start. Being persistent and consistent over time will put you ahead of the pack of a lot of other entrepreneur moms and dads who will talk the talk, but they're not putting in enough time for their business to walk the walk. I hope that makes sense. So, and or you're doing the stuff in your business that you like. Usually personally and or professionally, we can find time to fit in things that we like in our lives. It's the stuff that we don't like the broccoli next to the steak. We like the steak, we like dessert, but the broccoli, we don't want to deal with broccoli. We push it to the end of our plate. Maybe we nibble some of it and maybe we don't, you know. If we eat it, it's not enjoyable, right? But most of us will just push it to the end of the plate and we'll dump it before anyone's looking, right? Or fill in the blank with something you don't like that you avoid at dinner or any meal. But so there's stuff in your business that you've been avoiding that is slowly starting to catch fire and smolder and eventually will burn you if you don't get to it. Is it quarterly business taxes that you're filing? Do you need a new CPA or tax preparer, whatever country you're watching this from? Do you need a lawyer to set up your business so that legal compliance and working in tandem with your tax preparer, your business is a legit street legal business? And you just keep putting it off and making the money and maybe just declaring it on annual taxes, depending upon what part of the country you're from or depending upon what country you're from. That might be a problem. You're not filing your taxes as often as you need to. There's scanning and uploading. There's email cleaning out. There's customer service issues that keep lagging. You're having a hard time attending to some things that are very important to your business. I'll presume it's a home-based business. But, you know, so many other things are calling out to you literally and figuratively around the house that, you know, well, I got to go clean. Well, I got to go run this chore. Well, I got to do this. Well, I got to do that. Oops, the day is over. So this is why you need to be very intentional. And that power hour could just be to get to all the broccoli of your business that you don't feel like dealing with. I hope that makes sense. So I hope this video, live stream and replay is useful to you. We're just introducing the concept of a power hour. In future videos, we will deal with things like the mobile office, scheduling tips, all sorts of ways to optimize your business and personal life so that you can get more of a work-life balance. It's not perfect. Nothing and nobody's going to be perfect. This is all planet Earth we're living on last I checked. It's not nirvana. It's not heaven. But you can adjust and recalibrate a lot of things so that you can have a better, more healthy work-life balance for you and for all the ones that you love. All right, guys, that's it for me right now. I'm signing off. I will literally, while these live streams are going on during 2019 to 2020, oh my goodness, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.